Yeah, we find her, the beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. Say Gosso, the remix.
DMB, Tux Bites, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give you the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes, I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us on your radio, turn up your stereo. It's a beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty, what's worth of a lady. It's nice but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't seeing no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time. Within it took a long fine eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. He was right at the bus station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so charmed. I felt the sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes are killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl.
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe. Shaped like a cocoa bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess with your beauty. I'm impressed and I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk. She must be from the planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger. We look good together. Take your place in my heart. With your beauty I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
Such the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. If you touch as a breeze at night, all I really want in my life. Oh yeah, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl. One beautiful girl, yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money. You seen her? Hot Ice. Have you seen her? LP. Have you seen her? I'ma go over to Tux Bites. I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's DMB, baby. Look.
Beautiful.
I'm looking for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer, and when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace several presents and gifts. Call me Santa. Claus, I make a heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me ass and culture. I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'ma go get her. Since I'm a go getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world, anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing
love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
Man of prestige. Ha! Now this guy win. Now you win. Now you win today. Now you win. Now you win. I agree. Man of prestige. Now man you be.
I'm sure some people will be jealous now the way I talk about Ola. But I have learned a lot from him. That's why I keep telling you to follow him. If you don't follow Man of Prestige, now you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Good to see you all. Welcome. We do have a live show today. My name is Ola, coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. Welcome. Yes, this is Man of Prestige. What we do here is to talk about life and relationship. We extract life and relationship lessons from trendy topics, okay? And we tackle things from a self-power, social, seduction, attraction, and emotional intelligence standpoint. You can download my books for free at manofprestige.com. Most especially for those of you that are coming here, I guess this is the one you're interested in. Get My Marriage Back. Both of them written by myself and my wife. And Number One Red Flag. You can download them absolutely for free at manofprestige.com. And shout out to my sponsors: Mo Fresh, Life with Natu, Adesua, Film Girl, Open Floor by Tima, Gorex Corner, D Love, Yes TV. You can join our sponsors by simply using the join button on the platform on YouTube. And also, you can sponsor this show today for as low as 99 cents. Our goal this month is $200, April 2024. And right now we're up to $123.11 this month already. So I want to say thank you to everybody that's been supporting, sharing, liking, sharing, subscribing, all of that. I appreciate you all. We do offer coaching and counseling for relationships and marriage. If you're interested in any of that, you can simply send us a message at ask@manofprestige.com, and we'll take it from there. Okay, that's the email address. Send us an email, or you can also send a WhatsApp text message to +1 732 305 8577. Also, feel free to join the backstage conversations and WhatsApp at whatsapp.manofprestige.com. All right, good. So we're gonna do some catch up to date on some of the trendy stuff today, and yeah, I'll be back in about 20 seconds.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, let's talk about this. Watch this video and get up to speed. We're going to use this video to warm up. As you can see, it's a TikTok video from somewhere. My wife sent this to me. I'm watching it with you for the first time. It says, man set to divorce his wife for returning home from a funeral with a shaved private part. Wow. All right, let's get to it.
Nothing wey Bobrisky not go see for EFCC hard. This couple one that they see here, so this man want divorce am. Una know wetin the woman do. The woman carry hair kpekus go bury her. Come back house, hairless kpekus. Imagine a man set to divorce his wife for returning home from a funeral with a shaved kpekus. This thing dey complicated though. You know, say women get a 10 day. They be say, honey, and they go party, they will all rush, shave, fast. They will all rush, shave. As they hot to so, one package yourself, go party. I'm just thinking, sometimes, make ignorance not go kill all of us. But the thing, they possible. Before this man divorce this woman, make it not go big ignorance. So, first of all, the man observe the kpekus when she they go. Now they go ask the man, no, because, not be so that knack last night, you see stay here, they the kpekus. She come back for the party now, one knock again. Because they had not again. You know, if the woman when she dey bath, she rush down, tack, shave her. Because this is complicated. So how I say this matter, my people? How I say?
Jesus. All right, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of translation for you all, but for those of you that may not understand Pidgin English, all right. Shout out to D. D say, hello, Mapu. Yes, we are here for your big English again. I'll be my big English now. Wow. Anyway, welcome, Jerry. I appreciate you. All right, so do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe. But let me do a quick translation and then we'll talk about it, okay?
Nothing wey Bobrisky not go see for EFCC hard. This couple one that they see here. So
all right, so for those of you that don't understand Pidgin English, this guy is that's just a proverb, okay? He's said something, some kind of apology.
This man,
but he's talking about people that shave their private part to go to a party. All right. This is wild. I don't know why she sent me this. Okay.
One divorce her. Una know what the woman do. The woman carry hair bekus go.
The woman carried a woman's private part is called bekus. So if you're in beku, that's what they're talking about. I also use that word here sometimes.
The woman do. The woman carry hair bekus go bury her. Come back house. Hairless bekus.
The woman went to a funeral with hairy private parts, and she came back home with no with a hairless bekus. Okay, bekus is a woman's private part. Let's keep going.
Imagine a man said to divorce his wife for returning home from a funeral with a shaved bekus. This thing they complicated though. You know, say women get a day. They say, honey, and they.
So he said this thing is complicated. Okay, I don't know how complicated it's gonna get. Let me rewind small.
This thing they complicated though. You know, say women get a day. They say, honey, and they go party. They go rush, shave fast.
So he said women can just say, hey, honey, I'm going to a party, and then they will shave fast. Okay, Jesus Christ. All right, let's keep going.
They will rush shave as they hot to so. One package yourself go back. I'm just thinking. Sometimes.
Well, that's the private parts. If a person is not shaved in the private parts, and then they're going to a party and they start to rush to shave. I know this kind of story you guys like, right? Not the big English. You rather me tell you firing stories like this, okay? Does it happen? Yes. Okay. The reason why it happens is what we're trying to get to. Some people say there's no need for reasons. They said there's no excuse. Okay, but here we go. All right, but these are the stories.
The ignorance not go kill all of us. But the thing they possible. Before this man divorced this woman, make it not go big ignorance. So first of all, the man observed the bekus when she they go.
The man observed the bekus, the private part. Well, okay, so you could be in the same bedroom. You know, obviously, hopefully, you're in the same bedroom with your wife. She's dressing up. You could tell, right? That she's hairy down there, so no big deal. You're used to it. You know, after all, it's just husband and wife. What's the big deal? She will shave again, or she doesn't shave, whatever it is, right? Bottom line is that he observed. Okay.
They go ask the man no, because not because that knock last night. You see,
wait.
They go ask the man no, because
I'm struggling to understand it too.
First of
just pardon me.
The man observed the bekus when she they go. Now they go ask the man no, because
okay, so they will ask the man, did you observe the bekus before she left, right?
Not
that's what people are asking.
Night. You see, they had the bekus.
So not like they had sex last night. So you know, typically, well, how do you know, right? Okay.
She come back for the party now. One knock again.
So she came back for the party and you're about to have sex again, right?
Because they hair not there again. You know if
and then there's no hair. Right? They will ask like, is it immediately before she left that you checked? And then you checked again. How do you know, right?
The woman when she dey bath, she rush down tack shave her. Because this is the complicated. So how I say this matter, my people? How I say?
All right, these issues right here, these are the issues. Oh God, oh Lord. I don't even know I don't know exactly what she wants. So the man is now set to divorce his wife for returning home from a funeral with a shaved private part. Now, okay, believe it or not, this story is very similar to what we covered last night, the 5-hour live stream yesterday. This is the same thing. This is the same issues, okay? You might not see it as the same issue. Hopefully it's not too late for you to start to see it as the same issue. But it's the same issues. Hey, Michelle, how you doing, Michelle? These are the same issues. These are precisely the same issues, okay? And what I'm working on is we might even take our BB English a little deeper. Maybe we'll start drawing paper and we'll say, see this? This is A. We're trying to get to B, right? But there's a couple of stops between A and B, okay? Now we're talking about Kwekus that was hairy before you went to party. And we're talking about a hairless Kwekus that came back from party, okay? Yes, on the surface, it looks like we're talking about Kwekus, but these issues are deeper. These issues are much deeper than Kwekus matter, okay? Right? So now this is a case that who is guilty? You know, we are obsessed. We want to know who is to blame. That's really all we care about. Who is to blame in this matter, gone self? Right? Of course, we should blame the hairless Kwekus, right? For coming back home without the, you know, it's been tampered with. Somebody tampered with that man's property. Oh no, he didn't mean to call it property. He's just his woman. What is it, property or woman or his woman? Which one? Confusion. Life will not how you did. That man cheats. You can't tell me anything. Okay, so now we need to draw on paper. This is the point A. Point A is that there's a complicated matter on ground. We're trying to get to point B. Where is point B? Closure. We need to understand what happened here. Kilo shele go. Do me a favor. Hit the like button. Share, subscribe. What happened here? That's what we need to do. That's point B. Once we discover, once you know what happened, are you going to rest? Probably not. You know, the wicked, they don't know, they never really know the peace of mind, no matter what. But we're trying. Point B is we figure out what happened, we have closure, we're done. And one of the stops in between, right, is we have a case of that man could be cheating. Is he cheating? That's another question. How do we discover? How did we go to his cheating? From is the one that's suspicious that his wife might be cheating, because right now he's ready to divorce this woman. Okay, I feel like I might have missed something. I'm gonna play that really quickly.
Nothing wey Bobrisky not go see for EFCC hard. This couple one that they see here, so this man want divorce her. Una know wetin the woman do. The woman carry hair Kwekus go bury her.
Okay.
Come back house, hairless Kwekus. Imagine a man said to divorce his wife for returning home from a funeral with a shaved Kwekus. This thing dey complicated though. You know, say women get a day. They will say, honey, and they go party, they will all rush shave fast. They will all rush shave as they hot to so one package yourself go party. I'm just thinking, sometimes make ignorance not go kill all of us. But the thing they possible. Before this man divorce this woman, make it not go big ignorance. So first of all, the man observe the Kwekus when she they go. Now they go ask the man. No,
okay.
Because not be so that knock last night. You see, stay here.
Maybe they did.
She come back for the party now, one knock again. Because say her not there again. You know, if the woman when she dey bath, she rush down, tack, shave her. Because this is the complicated.
All right.
So how do I say this matter, my people? How do I say?
So all of that narrative is very cruise-ish, right? Okay. Story made up, maybe not, right? But one thing I can tell you that these insecurity issues are real. Okay. Insecurity, manipulative behavior, controlling behavior, these things are not, it's not a crime, okay? It's just one of those things that people yield to when they are dealing with voids instead of themselves, okay? When they're suffering from deeper issues. When I say deeper issues, as in like stuff that may have nothing to do with you, even you as a spouse, okay? So there's some maybe unresolved personal issues can lead a man down the path of insecurity. Now, I don't expect an insecure man to admit that he's insecure, at least not just from a place of accusation. Like, so ladies, you just saying, you're insecure, that's not going to work, because clearly he's going to show you an insecure man. Well, it's not going to admit it with his mouth, but he will show you more characteristics of an insecure man, right? And that's not what you want, obviously. So if that's not what you want, it doesn't make sense for you to call that person, continue to accuse that person of being insecure where you're trying to solve for it, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do I need to draw that on paper? Right? If a person is showing behavior, characteristics, traits of an insecure man, you now call them insecure. The last thing you should expect for them to do is to admit they're insecure, because they don't know that they're insecure, right? As a matter of fact, they will show you more of an insecure man. Okay, so there are some men, I've been hearing these stories for, I don't know anybody personally, but I've been hearing these stories. Some men will actually say they want to smell your pata, your underwear, if you go out. Okay, now I'm not sure what that man, if you're that kind of man, I'm not sure what you're looking to achieve by doing that, right? That is a very, very strange thing for my own comprehension. The only way I can link it to, like, well, you are insecure about your ability to attract a woman who is faithful, okay? For whatever reasons, maybe you have some certain types of experiences that makes you feel that way, right? But the bottom line is that you don't trust yourself for being able to do that, attract a woman that will actually be faithful to you. Or you also don't trust yourself that the minority of women who just outrightly, just because they're evil, they will cheat on you. You don't trust that you will not attract that kind of woman, because such women do exist too. But the reality is that there's usually more to these stories. When you hear this sensational type of stories, ask them, where's the rest of the story? Just take your time. What do you mean? Where's the rest of the story? Because they know the reason why this kind of stories go viral, because they know they will trigger your insecurities. Yes, your insecurities. And you engage it. If you've had certain type of experience, it's like, yes, I knew it. These people are evil. There are evil people everywhere. Well, if that's the case, it will be a war zone outside. There are evil people, but the reality that is just everywhere anyhow, and that's why your marriage or your relationship is the way it is. It's not the reality. You're speaking from a place of personal hurt, and that's okay. But you're not doing yourself any favor if you don't seek the help that you need. Stefan Ox says, how will the public settle private couple matter? So this is social media. This is what's making social media thrive these days, right? Let's see. To be honest, the man is smart too, because how many other men will have caught that straight away? Did he catch something? Maybe a disease, because this woman will cheat on him, not in the way he's thinking. Okay, that woman will cheat on him with a private part, who's full of hair. All right. If he marry another woman after that, that person will still cheat on him. Let's borrow our self-brain. Okay. If a man move this way, they will continue to cheat on him, and it's not what he thinks. It's not him. He's not going to catch it when he smells somebody's splatter. He will continue to attract that situation because he's just that type of a weak man. Do you understand what I'm saying, Stefan? He's just that man. It's just what it is. He will continue to create the same result that he's been getting. Okay, because something is consistent there. Okay, unfortunately, somebody's daughter is going to collect in the hand of this kind of man. Unfortunately, right? Some men don't notice anything outside of hairstyle or weight. Sometimes they shouldn't be. A healthy man really don't have time for that. You don't have time for that. Yes. So what's going to happen? Well, you'd have been cheated. Don't you think we should put cameras around the house and be monitoring every move? I think you should do what you want to do. Okay, but you will never know peace. You will never know peace. Now, do bad things happen to good people? Like, for example, a woman cheats on a good man? Precisely. All the time. It happens. So what are you saying? That's good? No, I didn't say it's good. I'm just saying there's more to the story. Okay? And for as long as you keep thinking about these things as black and white, you will continue to attract the worst that this world has to present. Okay? Did I just confuse you? I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry, yo. yeah, you need to face yourself. If you're a man and you feel this way, focus on yourself. All right? Focus on yourself. There's something about you. I can't pinpoint it. I don't know your story. Where's the rest of the story? Tell us the rest of the story. Tell us more. You need help? And but what about the woman who cheated? She's a bad person. Granted. You're right.
You're right.
She's a bad person. The one that cheated on you before that too, she's also a bad person. The one that will cheat on you again after that, they're also bad people. But I don't think you should be concerned about that. You should be concerned about why you keep attracting what is it about you that keep attracting these bad people? That's what your focus should be. Okay, because there's millions upon millions in the country where you live, and somehow you end up in this bad situation all the time. Are you telling me everybody's going through the same thing? Really? Toby Antra said to be thinking of divorce, he was probably already suspecting her before. There is trust issues going on in their union. Thank you. You know, so even if there was hair, there was no hair night before, it would justify whatever. It would basically justify his confirmation bias. He will look for ways to do that. Because again, there's a zillion questions we can ask. But I would rather ask that question beyond just last night. Right? What else is going on in your marriage? What else is going on with you as an individual? What else is going on? There are deeper issues. I'm going to leave that at that. If you're confused, because maybe I was confused too, because where's the rest of the story? If you're confused, wait, how did we end up here? We're talking about a woman who was hairful yesterday and is hairless today. How did you end up in deeper issues? I know. If you're confused, welcome to the real world, you know. How about don't worry about it if you're not going through something like that? If you're going through this, there are deeper issues. You need to find a wise counsel and engage them. Okay? Engage them. Yes, that's all I have for you on this particular segment. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, and turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. I'll be back in 20 seconds.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, let's bring AY back to the scene. AY comedy. Unfortunately, over the past few days, they broke the internet. They broke our channel here. A lot of stories around the, I know you're looking like, who's that? That's not Mabel, right? Mabel Makun, AY's now ex-wife, because she's already calling him ex-husband. So there's a chance that maybe something has been going on with them long before the news that broke out last week, right? There's a chance. But as I was on Auntie B's show earlier on, shout out to Auntie B. I heard, I think it was Omoye that was on. I was hearing it, but I was also doing some other things. And she mentioned this young lady's name, And again, just like the segment we just covered, sometimes people will just come with a 1-line, 2-line story, and they will act like, people are just filing divorce anyhow. People are just cheating. And they talk about just the symptoms, and they never want to go back to the underlying issues. Even on Auntie B's show earlier on, people were struggling to like, you have people saying there's no excuse for cheating. I'm like, okay, good, concluded. You're right. There's no need to talk about this anymore.
You're right.
Right? There's nothing else to talk about, But we know that that's a lie.
You doing what?
We know that you still want to talk about this, right? But no, you don't really need a solution. There's no need to ask for why, because there's a young man that jumped on that and said, ask for why. And I think ask for why is a good, valid point, right? But why do you want to ask for why is the question. right? Also, reading the room is a big part of that. I really, honestly, generally, I don't engage anybody who is not asking for why anyway. I'm not gonna, or if they're not asking for, at least they're asking for some kind of understanding, help. I don't necessarily engage, unless I'm creating content, I don't engage anybody who is not asking. If you ask, I can offer my own insights, which is not always 100%, just my own insights, right? But it is what it is. Yeah, so Frida Francis, yes, D. Frida Francis, Stefan says we need to hear the rest of the story. Always, okay? Which is the whole point we're making here right now. So this lady you're looking at is Frida Francis. Yeah, so Omoye mentioned Frida Francis. I was like, interesting. I think that may be. So before I did a quick search online, this article on Daily Post came up from June 13, 2017. And I'm doing this. I don't know AY personally. I've met him once, but I don't know him personally. So I don't really owe him any loyalty in this respect. This is just trendy topics. We're trying to learn from it, right? So from June 13 and June 14, 2017, there was this post on Daily Post. And I remember seeing this back then, but this is again to make the additional point that there's always something else going on behind the scenes. Whatever symptoms you're experiencing in your relationship, in your marriage, no matter how you feel hurt, no matter how you feel like somebody have offended you, there's always something going on behind the scenes. Just, you're not asking why so that you can say the person is free to go. That's not why. You're asking why for understanding, okay, for additional insights, not so that you can say I forgive you and I want to stay in a marriage where you're obviously feeling abused or you're feeling hurt. That's not the reason. So you can have better understanding at life and what you attract, okay? But you just want to make sure that you're not the one attracting terrible situations. You just want to make sure of that. That's all, But anyway, that's the whole point of this story we're covering here, and I thought we should bring this to the surface. So I'm going to read a little bit. Let me see here. I'm going to read a little bit of what I found on June was published, and this is the thing about the internet. Internet never forgets too, right? So on June 13, 2017, this headline says, "What if I impregnated Frida Francis? AY downplays wife's allegation." Okay, so there must have been some kind of wife's allegation, I guess. All right, so published by Fikayo Olowolagba. It says, comedian AY Makun, AY has reacted to his wife's statement asking CEO of Oasis Med Spa, Frida Francis, to stay away from her husband. Interesting. Okay, Jesus Christ. All right, I'm open. Also, on Monday, allegations arose that the popular comedian impregnated Frida Francis. When asked about being responsible for Frida's baby, AY in an interview with TNS said, "And so, if I impregnated Frida, is it something new?" Lobata. That's a good question, actually. Is it something? It won't be new, that's true. It's just a question, okay? Because most of these celebs cover up. That now why you think say people never hear this kind of thing before. So what if na me give am belle? I beg now today. So he's saying because most of these celebrities cover up, that's why you think that people have never heard this kind of things. So what if I was the one that impregnated her? I beg, please. The popular comedian asked Nigerians to mind their business as his wife is his responsibility. Well, when they're about to pay for those tickets, right? When they're about to pay for those tickets to your shows, AY Comedy, they're minding your business. Guess what, bro? That comes at a cost. They will mind your business in private matters too now. What kind of unrealistic expectations is that? I keep telling you, these issues are the same across the board. Then he goes, "Leave my wife for me, please. She's mine. My wife puts something on Instagram. All of you are going crazy. I don't see my name for every blog in this country. I have seen my name on every blog in this country this morning. Even when I will be TNS, self don't carry on. Okay? Everywhere I turn, it's AY Frida that you are shouting on top of every upcoming film like this. When I know even shout, okay, you guys are not shouting on top of every upcoming film like this. Okay, so it's trying to sell market. I get it. All right, so he's saying mind your own business. I don't really expect anything less from him because he's the one in those shoes. He probably just wants you guys to mind your business. Now, a day before that, a wife's wife wants Frida Francis to leave her husband. This is June 12, 2017. Isn't that Abiola democracy days? Anyway. She shares screenshot of explicit chat. Jesus. All right. Let me just spare AY a little bit. Let me stop showing Frida's picture. This is AY's wife of 20 years that they just announced their separation. But I better say, told you while I did. How you do, bro? All right, so let's keep going. All right. Let's see. 1 second. All right, so okay, so June 12th, yesterday, Frida had a push party with close friends and family in attendance, so she was pregnant. AY attended the event, shared a photo of himself and Francis. Okay. Mabel reposted the photo on Instagram and she captioned it, "I think I have had enough of the ridiculing. Frida Francis, stay away from my family. I meant it." Yeah. And at that time, they were what? 15 years into their marriage or their friendship, as he called it. That must have been rough on that family. All right. So they posted this picture. All right. So it's a possibility that AY did not even mess with this young lady directly, but maybe in the past. But maybe he's messing with some other people. But clearly she's not comfortable with the friendship he has with this particular woman, right? Because obviously she was having a baby. So we don't know. But what we can tell you from what we're reading is that she definitely wasn't comfortable with whatever friendship he has going on with this young lady. Okay, so he says, AY, so I think this is the quote from AY's wife Mabel. Says, "I think I have had enough of the ridiculing. Frida Francis, stay away from my family, and I mean it." Oh God. Mabel then went on to share screenshots of a chat supposedly between Frida and AY. She has since deleted her post. Recall that in 2016 rumors made the rounds. Okay, so that a year before that. Wow, it's been that long. Jesus. Rumors made the rounds that Mabel had left her matrimonial home over a misunderstanding. Okay, AY and Mabel got married in Lagos 2008. Okay, so they got married in 2008, 16 years ago. All right, so I'm looking at this some kind of screenshot here. Says, "Amen. You know, I got nothing but love for you too." All right. This is Frida was saying this to AY. No, AY was saying this to Frida. And if no be say mata be as e be, you know say not only with a tongue emoji out there. All right. So this screenshot does not look good. It looks like they had flirted on WhatsApp. I beg, I still want slack your if you be woman. Jesus Christ. Okay, so this was released by AY's wife back in 2017. Okay, not by her, but it got leaked. Okay, so she might have shared it with people that she probably trusted. Okay, now when you share with anybody, it will get leaked because that person you share with will share it to another person. That person will share it to another person. That's why screenshots are dangerous. Screenshots are absolutely dangerous. Got to be careful with this screenshot you're passing around. It might not be the person you sent it to that will leak it. It might be the fifth layer person that will leak it. I know you might be going through things personally and you just have a need to share with somebody, and then you take a screenshot. They just call it munching. They munch it. You share it with someone just because you want to share the gist of what you're going on with a friend. Yeah, they might end up in the ends of the internet. All right. D says she's an alleged professional side chick. Her real name is Elohor Oguntimeyin. Oh wow, she has a real name. Not that Frida, whatever, it's not a real name. Frida Francis Eloho Oguntime, but she changed it for whatever reason. She has a kid with Shei Tinubu. Oh, really? Wow, interesting. Jesus Christ. You guys know better than I do. Anyway, I'm just analyzing what I'm looking at. So this screenshots, they're probably real. And if a woman sees this, it might be hard for it might take her 8-10 years before actually she dumps you. She might never get over it. I'm just letting you know how it goes down. I'm not saying if it is right or wrong, or should they leave you so soon, Brother Ben. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about precisely what's going to happen, what has been happening. She might see it 10 years, 20 years later, but it might take her 30, 50 years before she actually dumps your ass. She might never get over it. She might just show you shiggy. She might just enjoy, in a weird, twisted way, she might be hurting herself and actually enjoy hurting you back because she feels hurt by you. I'm just letting you know how it goes, especially if you are having a hard time holding yourself accountable to your own behaviors. Okay, just so you know. So he goes, if it's the, okay, I beg, I still want slack in your kmonyo. Kmonyo sounds like, I don't know if it's kwekus, but it might be kmonyo, kwekus. Is that what kwekus is? Is that kwekus? I don't know. Kmonyo is sounding like something like that. Anyway, if it's the kmonyo you want, come and take it in jazzy voice. And then he put a smiley emoji. A Gabon, come and collect my head. Like this. We're giving you a backstory to some of the scandals they've had out there. So they seem like a perfect family, but obviously there's no such thing as a perfect family. So it's not about putting yourself on a pedestal or acting a perfect husband. It's about how you react to crisis when it happens. If you find yourself, you got caught, your hands in the cookie jar, and you were participating in bad behavior, please don't go and be explaining to women why it is not bad behavior. It's to your wife, never mind women on the internet. Just don't go and be explaining why it is not a bad behavior. It gets worse. It just gets worse. Okay, if you can hold yourself accountable, you have a better chance of redeeming things, but you have to respect time and patience. Okay, now obviously that has to be backed by changed behavior in order for it to be sustainable. Okay, so if you give me, I go collect with the highest depth of prolonged emotions. I love you, die. All right, so wait, let me see that headline again. I think that headline saying she actually leaked it herself. So she actually released it. Mabel Macon released it according to Daily Post, but she retrieved it. She deleted the post after a while. Okay, let me say, with Frida Francis leaks online, and apparently it was deleted after a while. Let me see here. There you go. It says, but now a longer version of the chat has surfaced. Okay, Mabel then went on to share screenshots of a chat. This is according to a reputable online Nigerian newspaper. Chat supposedly between Frida and AY. She has since deleted her post. Hey Marriott, welcome. But now a longer version of the chat has surfaced on Stella Demokoko's blog. View AY and Francis did. Okay, so he's the kmonyo you want, come and take the kmonyo. Wala deal. Screenshot, gentlemen. Just want thank you one more time, babe. You have always, and I mean always. Let me see here if I can show this to you guys, so it doesn't seem I'm making it up. This is just a screenshot of some kind of WhatsApp message. Just want thank you one more time, babe. You've always come true for me. God bless you, Frida. God bless the day I met you. And then they go, good morning, bro. Oh, wow. Good morning, bro. Amen. Interesting. Bonyo and bro. It happens. These things happens. Welcome to the real world. You know I got nothing but love for you too. If no be say matabi as he ever be, you know say not only with the tongue out. I beg, I still want slack your kmonyo. You be woman. All right, that's bad. So if Mabel has this kind of things at the back of her mind all this while, yeah, she probably had a hard time getting over it, especially if you're dealing with a person that will not be self-accountable. Self-accountable does not mean you beg for it every day or you begging every day. It's really a one-time thing, really. And free yourself. You forgive yourself. A one-time thing, maybe a couple of times, because you're a human being. I get that you might want to apologize and beg if you're really remorseful, right? But if you bring it up by yourself after that, you will basically mess with the wound, and then it will seem like she can't forgive. It might. Yeah, you need emotional intelligence behind your accountability. Don't just be stupid. Thank you. Frida, you go kill me for Lagos. He says, Frida, you go kill me for Lagos. I swear, if I be Babel, my pussy go don't slack for urgent hand. Jesus, I don't die. You won't understand. Now God, I never talked to for almost 1 year. Okay. So then also another part of this story we don't know, and I always like to as much as I remember, the other side of the story is that we don't know. We don't know if he was in fact separated from his woman when he was sending this text message. And just because you were separated from your woman while you were sending this text message does not mean it still won't hurt. Why? Because emotions no be your mate. Just because logically she's not supposed to be hurt does not mean she won't be hurt at an emotional level. So if you're not aware of that, you might have unrealistic expectations of the human emotions, and you know what's going to happen like that, right? You collect. You just collect even more. Okay? So forgiving yourself is part of change behavior, and that becomes the best apology, and then it gives you the best chance of redeeming your family. Now, if you're not able to do those things, it will be harder and harder and harder. If you're trying to play righteous, like for example, you're measuring how righteous you are against her. Or let's say you've cut some chats too, and you don't reveal that to the public, and you're not coming to the public to say things like, everyone is not innocent too. You make matters worse, because afterwards she's moved on. She really doesn't care if she's innocent or not. She might have committed her own bad behavior too. It doesn't matter. The reason why I'm spelling all of this out is so you know that you don't want to go through that rabbit hole of trying to be claiming righteousness. Okay, that's remember, if you're confident in yourself, you're already right anyway.
Well, you're right.
Yeah, you're already right as much as you feel right. So you having to prove that is not going to help you. So on June 14, there was another one here that says on Monday, blah blah blah. Last week, Frida had a push party with close friends. AY attended the event, shared a photo of himself. Okay, we already read that. And this was the chat. I think it's the same one that we just saw. All right, so if there's only one, there might be that talk out there, that just a one-time cheating. All it takes is one time. Sorry, because you don't measure it in math and science, black and white. Okay. If you really want to measure, you first of all need to acknowledge the power of emotions, the kind of stronghold that emotions have on all of us. You need to acknowledge that first, and that way you understand that for every unit, I don't know if such a thing, of emotion, there's about 200,000 Nollywood that can be created out of that. There's all types of possibility of how that story can play out in a person who feels like the victim's head. And if you can't acknowledge that, it gets worse. Okay? So some of the chat continues, says, I'm so happy. He's expecting your call for direction. He stays at blah, blah, blah. Babe, at the call, you have killed me. Let me know when you speak with him. We're going live on TV. The driver go just park him and move the minute we come out for red carpet. Me and Fuke driving together on arrival. I don't call two people as Lamborghini, Ferrari. They are both not home. but let them arrange now. Both cars are white. Please call. So it seems like they also do some type of business together. Okay, what does that mean? Nothing. It's even easier if they work together. So these are some of the sad background that led on to what the news that you saw broke out last week from the AY comedy family camp. Is AY a bad person? That's not relevant. It's not. For as long as you keep thinking of these things as bad or evil or good, you will continue to attract the worst, your worst fear. If you don't attract it physically, it will occupy your mind. You will not know peace. And that's all it takes, your mind, for the devil to steal your peace away from you. That's all it takes. And that's why you might see that I'm spelling some of these things out. I'm taking my time. I'm not in a rush. If my English too big, it's okay. Take a deep breath, drink water, like I told Grace earlier on. Right? We're going to take our time to continue to have this conversation. Right? But I just, I think one piece element of understanding at the time, I think that goes a long way. Don't you think? I think it goes a long way. But I'm coming back to the chat really quickly. I think there might be one comment in there that I want to make sure I address. Hold on one second. All right. So we have Marriott. Hey, Marriott. We have Toby and Tribe says, I guess a heartfelt apology and redemption would be the way to go. But what annoys most women is the entitlement. Yes. I think entitlement is a piece of that. It's a big piece of that. The entitlement and general attitude of, after all, I am not the only man that cheats. Yeah, that word, after all, but, or anything that puts like a caveat on your apology will tamper with the apology, unfortunately. And I know that it can still come from a place of good intentions, but it's not about that. It's about how the results. It's about the result you're creating. If you're trying to tender some kind of apology to a person, they have to receive it for it to be meaningful, right? I guess it depends on the value and respect you've placed on your partner and marriage. Yeah, there's a lot more that goes into it. But if it's something that you really want to fix, just understand that good intentions is not enough. You can have good intentions and you might just be terrible at emotional intelligence, and it will show in the way you apologize. And yes, it will be read as you are evil, you're a bad person, you have no excuse. You can't convince these people that you have excuse to cheat. So bringing in excuses and reasons to cheat, if you are the person, the culprit, it's not going to work, But what if there's no way, if you're really innocent and you didn't do anything wrong, then you should be okay with the person. Like if the person saw something and they can't come back from it, then you should be okay with your righteousness anyway. That should be good enough. If you're that innocent, I doubt it, but if you're that innocent, you should be okay with the consequences of your innocence. But that's some of the backstories to the AY comedy drama from last week that went viral. I just want us to bring us up to speed with that. We're also going to, today I'm going to cover, in a few minutes here, but before I get into that, I want to cover something that's very, very triggering. Okay, so trigger alert. If you're going to be triggered, you can just look at the title and just leave. Okay, but it's a conversation that it can be confusing, and a lot of people are confused about having it, and I think it should be had. That way we're not just. That way you, as a person, if you're dealing with this issue, you don't go in circles and circles and circles. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live and drop videos. I'll be back in 20 seconds.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. So why do men cheat? Okay, so I was on Auntie B show a few minutes ago, and I was on Auntie B show a few minutes ago, and that conversation was heated quite a bit. You know, some men got on stage, also shared their own point of view, and it's good to hear a lot of these points of views. It's okay to hear some of these points of views, so we can know what we're dealing with. You know, but I think it's a viable question. I think it's a valid question. I understand if you don't feel like it's a valid question. I get it. Okay. But the reality is that how you are experiencing this is not how everybody else is experiencing it. Okay. People experience this events differently across the board, and some people are like, you know what, I need closure, and the way they express that is they want to make, they'll just say why. That doesn't necessarily mean they need answer. Okay, it might be rhetorical, right? But they just say why. Okay, but it's a feeling, it's an emotional thing. They want to know. Oftentimes it might mean they might have felt like, was that not enough? You know, that's another question that will come up. And depends on how attached you are to a romantic partner. Some people, they kind of suspected you're a cheater, or they came into that marriage with the ideology that all men cheat. By the way, believe it or not, there's a lot of men that don't collect shege would also think all women cheat now too. Oh yeah. Just wait for it. You're going to hear more and more of it as years goes by. There's a lot of men who also they interpret things from their point of view, their experience, and they found enough people that confirm what they feel, and they've concluded all women cheat too. Okay, so ladies, don't think you're the one with the autonomy of of saying that. Just keep that at the back of your mind. So, but why do men cheat? I think it's a valid question for those who care to know. And the answers to these questions are not excuses. I understand that it can feel like it's an excuse when we start to spell these things out. But and then the other question that I asked in the chat earlier on Auntie B Show is that, can we at least admit that there are multiple reasons? Okay, because some ladies came up and they said, hey, it's just lack of self-control or discipline or something like that. That's also something I've heard quite a bit. It's lack of discipline. Well, I think your way you comprehend that is also valid. Okay, because how you feel about this topic is also valid. Same reasons, same differences. Okay, but let's get through it a little bit. Let's just rub minds together. Maybe we can learn one or two things. All right, so you can see if it's not important, there won't be studies around it. Okay, there won't be any studies around it. It's clearly important to some people. It might not be important to you. Maybe you're just a deal breaker. I don't need to know why. That's valid too. I don't need to know why you cheated. Is the end. Shikena. Sorry. Right? You cheated.
Sorry.
That's also valid, But some of us are curious. All right? We want to know why. We dig a little bit deeper just for the purpose of understanding. Okay? The reality is that the consequences of cheating they're grave in nature. You can lose everything you care for. Everything. Just because of one moment of bad behavior. Anyway, so some of the things that came up, okay, there are multiple reasons. It's not one reason. One of those reasons absolutely is lack of self-control, lack of self-discipline. That's definitely one of them. Okay, that's one of them. Okay, but it's one out of so many other reasons. Reasons, not excuses. Reasons. You see how reasons? Is there a pidgin English for reason? Reason. I'm dealing with that. I've been dealing with that for a while. Break it down to pieces. Okay, it's too much scholarly stuff. No, I need you to understand. So I'm patient as well, right? there's multiple reasons why people do what they do. But let's look at this chart really quickly. Say, why do people cheat? Interesting. They're not saying why men cheat. They're saying why do people cheat? There's a lot of assumptions that men cheat, and that's just that. There's a lot of assumptions around that. But obviously, cheating is not. Even some of the brothers that called into the B show earlier on, he said men are polygamy in nature and women are monogamy. Just like, really, you sure? Are you sure about that? All right. Anyway, I would like to know what they mean by polygamy. You're talking about the practice or the fact that they can have multiple sex partners at the same time? If you're talking about a practice, there are obviously women that practice polygamy. It's not the norm, but they exist. If you're talking about norm, well, you're giving an exception. Well, then let's come back to today in 2024. Most men are not practicing polygamy. Okay, not Nigbo, at least, you know. Maybe if you go to Utah or if you go to your village somewhere, majority of them are doing it. But the reality is that most men are not polygamy. All right, and then the other person said, well, is polygamy. Another angle of some of the misconception is that they're cheating because of sex. That's not true. There's a disconnect here somewhere. We will continue to have the conversation, but look at this chart. It's just talking about people in general now. It says 20% of cheating women said it's because they are in a sexless marriage. So that's a reason. Sexless marriage can cause cheating. Okay. 35% of cheating married moms say it's to spice things up. Wow, they were bored. Okay. Are we giving an excuse to this woman cheating? No, we're just telling you this person at some point they deemed it fit to participate in bad behavior because they were bored. It's not an excuse. It's just people do that. Okay. People cheat, steal, lie. Right? They do that. Okay. It's not an excuse. That's their reason. Okay. 56% of men who cheated actually rated their marriage happy or very happy. This right here is the reason why some people will say men just cheat, right? It's valid because once it becomes an ideology, then some people internalize it and they turn it to some kind of religion, just what they believe, and it is show in their behavior. Not only that, their sisters will support them if it's a situation that they find themselves in, and they'll be like, you cheated, so because your husband cheated, you went and cheat, you are disgusting. Yes, women will say that. They will basically hold the woman accountable more than the husband. This is the real world. The social construct here, we can't just sit around and pretend because it feels good. Okay. 34% of women who cheated actually rated their marriage happy or very happy. Boom. So it's much lower, right? Women cheat because they are attracted to the person. Men cheat because they want more sex than they are getting. I think most of us agree to that. Okay. Now, if this is what you mean by men are more polygamy, then boom. All right. But I think one of the issues in these conversations is our choices of words. I've been talking about that for a few days. Our choices of words. Polygamy is not the same thing as having multiple sexual partner. Those are two different things. Okay. Abi, it's changed meaning. If it has changed meaning, I'm okay. If it changes meaning, I'm okay with it too. I'm with you. All right. All right. So now, according to some other studies here, other reasons, okay? Other reasons. Falling out of love. Wait, what? That's a valid reason? Listen, people do fall out of love. Oh, well, they should just leave then. Yeah, welcome to the real world. Go and preach that to the next choir you meet. Okay? Okay? This is according to psychologytoday.com. Falling out of love, seeking variety. Seeking variety is a real thing. We never talk about that. Right? What do we call it here? Seeking variety. We call it variety. You see that on the screen? Number one, human basic need. Now, the extent that you need variety is different from mine, obviously. But variety is variety, right? Some people need variety. Some people's sense of need for variety pops up when they are going through crisis in their marriage. Suddenly, they realize that, you know what? I've lost myself for so long. And opportunities present themselves. And it's a little bit harder for them to resist temptation. Another reason. Temptation. There's multiple reasons. Yes, one of the reasons is lack of discipline. In fact, you can even wrap them all into, well, it's the same thing. There's temptation. When you have temptation, there's, yeah, you're right. They're all intersected somehow. Okay? But variety is one of the reasons why these people, after studies upon studies, have shown. Okay? What other reasons do we see here, right? Feeling neglected, feeling abandoned. Abandonment can cause a person to cheat. Well, not the sole cause, right? But can enable, can cause. There's certain things that become enabler, right? There's certain events in life that become enabler. Does that exonerate the person from, no, they're wrong? No, they're still wrong. Remember, they're still wrong, right? But that's your wrong too, because this was your wife and your husband. So clearly, you know, you're still here listening to me. That means you don't mind knowing why. Sorry. Situational forces. That's another reason. Desire to raise self-esteem. Self-esteem is not your mate. Is this the right strategy to raise your self-esteem? No. But when people don't know any better, you know, it is what it is. When people are not engaged in personal self-improvement and development, all they know is what they know. Okay. Another reason, hunger with partner. I think from what I've seen thus far, is women that participate in this the most. Anger with their partner, as in a reason. Okay. As in a reason. If they are angry with their partner enough, they might find themselves in a very funky place where they are just vindictive. Okay. And their eyes may not clear until they participate in bad behavior. Is that right or wrong? Wrong. We're just digging a little bit deeper into some of this stuff, okay? So you have things like grouped under relationship issues. You have things like dissatisfaction, right? 15 to 20% of marriages are in sexless marriages, and a certain percentage of those people expect faithfulness from that partner.
Not be juju be that.
Not only that, they expect faithfulness from that partner, they expect you to understand.
Not be juju be that.
Right? You are giving an excuse, or you are giving an excuse. Well, call it whatever you want to call it. But these are some of the things that are going on behind the scenes, behind the human brain, right? So if you are if you're a cheater, the main reason why you cheated is because you're a cheater. Let me just say that one more time. Second time, third time. The main reason why you cheated is because you're a cheater. You made a choice to cheat. Okay, but if you really want to take some time to know some of these things so that you can know, hey, I'm on the same team with my partner. I don't want to lose myself or stop paying attention to the extent where I just pretend like these things don't exist, and then now I'm doing shalaye because I must force lack of discipline down people's throat. The reality is that that's not the only reason. Okay, there are other reasons essentially. Okay, all right. So what are you saying, Ola? What stance are you making? I'll let you figure it out, okay? I'll let you figure that out. But let's keep going here. There's some other reasons. So under relationship issues, we have dissatisfaction. The relationship might lack intimacy, emotional connection, or fulfillment. The cheater might feel unheard, neglected, or unhappy. It takes a certain amount of resources, money, time, to cheat. A person invests their life into cheating just because they have bad behavior. No, you got to come up with something better than that. Yes, they have bad behavior, but why do they have bad behavior beyond just that they have bad behavior? The environment was conducive enough for them to burn you and her or his resources on nonsense. Okay, should we judge you for that? No, this is just for understanding's sake. That's it. Okay, we can't judge you. You shouldn't be held accountable for somebody else's bad behavior, but just for the sake of expanding the conversation. Lack of communications, struggles communicating needs and desires within the relationship. if your partner will have a difficult time coming to you to say, baby, I want some tonight. Aleo ni ayato ijajio ni sheko kajo ma ayata ya yo ya. If your partner has trouble, maybe you've never paid attention to it. Maybe the last time they told you, he actually said, he said, no, so I'm tired today. He's heard a few, I'm tired, and then he shuts off. And reality is a coward too. He's afraid to come and tell you how he feels. Well, that's your husband, your cowardice husband. Well, guess what? You have a cheating husband now. Yes, it still is. You're right, it's his fault. But you now have a cheating husband. Welcome to the real world. If communication breakdown has taken over your marriage, okay, please don't pretend that there are no other reasons why people will cheat. Can we not do that, please? Jesus Christ. Seeking validation, which is not your fault. If a person has a toxic need for other people to validate them, if they tell him he's a fine boy, he might just break into pieces and then just enjoy it too much. Bad behavior, yes, it's still a bad behavior. The cheater might have a low self-esteem. It could be a man or a woman. They enjoy too much attention from another person, and then they will use an affair to feel desired and attractive. We all need to feel desired and attractive. Okay, you haven't paid attention to Kilambaka. Go ahead, beg, sit down, be mindful how long you're still looking for attractive. If that's how you talk, okay. Another factors, all of these fall under individual factors. Personal. I think this is the one that you would love to blame it on the most. I understand it. I get it. Okay, unresolved personal issues. Okay, a person that has unresolved personal issues, past traumas, potentially molested when they were children, they're promiscuous, they never could be satisfied by one partner. Emotional problems can lead someone to seek unhealthy coping mechanisms. You know, something like you smoke. You know that smoking will destroy you, but it helps you just relieve stress. You know, just like something similar to that. Bad comparison, but I'm talking about the coping mechanisms, okay? Sometimes, not sometimes. Cheating, stealing, lying. Human beings do these things as coping mechanisms sometimes. Okay? They don't want to deal. They rather just cut the corner and, you know, until they get caught in the future and everything just scatter everywhere, right? These are some of the other things that if you've been on the receiving end of cheating, I know how you feel. You don't want to accept any excuse. So when we're spelling out reasons, you're like, excuse. No, we're not talking about excuses, okay? That person deserves all the consequences because it's the real world. There's no guarantee. If you participate in bad behavior, there are consequences for it. All right. This one is another one that you might agree to because it's at the personal level. We get to blame the cheater for this one. Commitment problems. Okay? They just can't commit. They're not ready for a monogamous relationship. They're not there. They might never get there. It might be a chronic issue. They will never be fixed. Okay? But it is what it is. That's another reason. Okay? Commitment problems. They like the idea of being committed to one person, but they're just not capable. There are some people like that. And when you meet such people, please believe them. Okay? Don't try to change them. Okay? Because that's not a weight you can carry. All right. The last but not least, not limited to this list I've just given you today. If I were you, I'll go back and watch the video again and list it out in the comment area. All those reasons, right? But the last I'm willing to give you today, this one is a doozy. Right? I call it the doozy. All right? Opportunity. Okay? You find yourself in a situation where cheating is easy. Like frequent business trips. Girls trips. I know you don't want to hear that. Right? What's wrong with girls trip? There's nothing wrong with girls trip, okay? Absolutely nothing wrong with it. But you find yourself, it's easy. You know, truck drivers, you know, I have this conversation where people generalize about truck drivers, travel nurses, flight attendants, any type of travel profession. They are all cheaters. All of them are cheaters. That person said they are all cheaters. That person said, I will never marry a travel nurse. I was like, wahala. Travel nurse don't collect like this.
Sorry,
I said, well, this issue, all you could do is you just avoid travel nurse and you think your problem is solved. Unfortunately, your problem is not going to go away. Because this issue you have is deeper than travel nurse. It's going to show up in other areas of life. Maybe in the nearest future, 7 years, you will try to smell the patter of your woman. Your problem is deeper than travel nurse. I'm just warning you right now. Anyway, it is true that opportunity is one of the reasons why people will participate in bad behavior, like frequent business trips, like the examples I just gave, certain opportunities. You own a strip club and you parade strip club every other week and you say, no, I know they do anything. You're a liar. You're a liar. Most likely you're a liar because we're not that capable of being righteous as we like to paint it. I think the people that also go or move in the direction of this lack of self-discipline, they also are coming from a self-righteous standpoint because they haven't found themselves, or they haven't taken the time to identify times that they participate in bad behavior, not necessarily cheating, but it's really not what, it's just easy to participate in bad behavior. The last time I give an example on Antibe's platform, I talk about the eating cake in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. They said, no.
Abba, you lie. Sabi lie.
I get it. I completely get it. But none of this is neither right nor wrong. Let's continue to have the conversation, Yeah. So do me a favor, hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, in the chats. Which one do you agree with? Which one do you disagree with? What additional context might you want to add onto this? Maybe you have a story. Maybe you want to DM me directly. Maybe you need some coaching. Either way, okay? Let me know. Because the idea, really, ultimately what you're looking for is to have a better experience, have a better shot at life, love, laughter, just more. Right? I don't think righteousness is your goal. I think you just want to feel better. Okay? Hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. I'll be back in about 20 seconds.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. This is the last story of the day. I'm going to round up very, very soon. I'm going to round this up very, very soon because I want you to go and have a good time with your family. There's the rest of the weekend here, right? So I want to talk about the main topic of the day, which is modern day DNA test, okay? And losing modern men in particular, and losing their like 5 and 6. This is gonna get worse. Gentlemen, listen to me carefully. This is gonna get worse for our brothers if they don't pay attention. I know that some of us are obsessed with being right, and I keep telling you that righteousness is not the goal. You are already at that place.
You're right.
Yeah, you're already at that place of righteousness. There's no need for you to be obsessed with the need to be right. But just some few days ago, everybody was talking about the Mercy Chinwo story. Let me play this video. Let me just play this video and then we'll talk about it.
Come on my comment section and comment that Mercy Chinwo and Nathaniel Bassey is looking for me. I have 2 words for you, my brother. The way you take a comment on my post, say Mercy Chinwo they find for me. If not the same energy you put for your life, if you don't become a successful person, if not the same energy you take tackle your family problem, you for don't become a successful person. So who told you I've not seen the post? Why must you come on my comment section and tell me Mercy Chinwo and Nathaniel Bassey are looking for me? Did I say anything bad? Did I lay an allegation against them? Did I say that Nathaniel Bassey committed adultery? Did I say that Mercy Chinwo committed adultery? Oga, before you come on my comment section, go and study your constitution and law. I never laid an allegation on Mercy Chinwo and tell Mercy Chinwo that she committed adultery or Nathaniel committed adultery. What I said was, let them do DNA. If DNA is cheap, every family could have been doing DNA once they're born. Let's tell ourselves the truth and let's call a spade a spade. Mercy Chinwo husband, go and do DNA on that your son. before it becomes too late. Mercy Chinwo husband, you guys should pass this message across to you. Go and do that your son DNA before it becomes late. I don't want to hear judgment of justice for this person or this person that you have been fathering somebody's child. Go and do DNA test. I don't know what Nathaniel Bassey's face is doing on your son's face. That your son no resemble you. He no resemble Mercy Chinwo. Wetin concern your son with Nathaniel Bassey? You guys will see the pictures of this guy on this video. Or go and search for the picture. You see that this boy does not even resemble Mercy Chinwo's husband. If you don't do DNA now, you will end up training another man's child. Mark this word. I'm passing this message across to Mercy Chinwo, the gospel artist. I'm passing this message to her husband and him and herself. I want you guys to share this video so Mercy Chinwo's husband will see this video. Now there's something I want to tell you guys. Stay tuned. Now she surfaced her son face yesterday on the internet. Everybody saw it. I saw it. But if you can tell yourself the truth, who that baby resemble? That baby resemble Nathaniel Bassey. Blessed and something blah blah blah. Your husband, go and do DNA of that child. Go, if you don't do DNA for that child, 18 years, I don't want to hear justice for yourself that you are betraying another man's child right on time. That baby really resemble Nathaniel Bassey. If you're a true Nigerian, look at that picture. You see this picture on this video. Look at that picture very well. You tell me whether the baby is not even resemble Mercy Chinwo. Is it not resemble Mercy Chinwo's husband? How many years you go carry Nathaniel Bassey's face? The world, the Christian world is demonic. You see this? You see the entertainment and Christian and musical world. Let's tell ourselves the truth. If blessed
tell ourselves the truth
now. Bet me in future that we say he have been training another man's child for the past many years. And remember that internet does not forget anything. This video will be here when I ask you, blessed, to go and run DNA test on that child, because I'm 100% sure, maybe or maybe not, you are not the father of that child, because the child does not resemble you. He wants to resemble Nathaniel Bassey. I don't know what Nathaniel Bassey's face is doing in your baby. Every time you see Nathaniel Bassey and Mercy Chinwo ministry, going to churches to minister, maybe they don't minister finish, they go minister for bed. Oh, as Nathaniel Bassey minister, our Chinwo minister, they will minister for bed. Let us tell ourselves the truth. That is why many men as father so many children that is not their own. 90% of first son or first daughter in Nigeria, 90% of them, the man they call their father are not the real father. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Truth be told, every day we are hearing that this person is not a child, this person is betraying somebody's child. Now God don't bring this one, show you. They tell you, so this face, Nathaniel Bassey's face, go and do something. But because you are full in love, you don't want to do something. But I want to remind you that when the thing is supposed on this internet, I will still remind you of this video. Just imagine how this girl resembles Nathaniel Bassey. What is Nathaniel Bassey they do for your pikin face?
All right.
Nathaniel Bassey and Mercy Chinwo, they go program, the same program every time back to back. So if the minister finish, they will go hotel, will go minister their own. Well, I know that you guys fans will abuse me, say no manner of rubbish, but if you have not seen the picture, go and search for the picture, and you understand what I'm saying, that this child does not belong to Mercy Chinwo's husband. This child belongs to Nathaniel Bassey. Pass this video to them. That this picture, the display, is not Nathaniel Bassey, it's not blessed child. That video is Nathaniel Bassey's son. Share this video so this video will get to them. For those people that will come on my comment section and they can comment that.
Thank you so much, Natu. Thank you. I appreciate you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Oh my God. These people. So there's a couple of things I want to say about this story. But before I get into that, I'm going to give my opinion, then we'll call it a day. But let me just do this, just in case anybody have an opinion. I will only be live until latest by 7, okay? Latest by 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 35 minutes from now. All right, I will shut it down before that if I'm the one left here when I'm done. All right, so So according to a post here on Guardian, there's a post here. Is it Guardian? Okay, so April 4th, 2020. I'm just gonna go by date here. April 9th, and then we have 1 week ago. Okay, so after all of this, so Mercy Chinwo and Nathaniel Bassey. Let me just show you. This guy is right here. Now, if you see here, there's a post here on Gossip Mill Nigeria. Said, I am sorry to Mercy Chinwo. This mad guy. He said, I'm sorry to Mercy Chinwo and Nathaniel Bassey, Nigerian man who said Mercy Chinwo's husband should go and do DNA test, makes U-turn as he breaks down in tears, crying and apologizes. Okay. Some people will say, maybe there's something there they know. Why are they apologizing? Is there some kind of threat to their life? Some people will actually say that. There's a bunch of mad people on TikTok as we speak. They take any stupid story and run with it. They're doing it with the Mobad story. They're doing it with any of the viral story that you see. Including the AY story, the ULA. They just make up shit out of nowhere. And, you know, they're getting paid for making up story. In fact, the gentleman that passed away, unfortunately, what's his name? JP Junior Pope, that passed away, of a few days ago. There was a particular guy who was literally sharing the news as he was there, and it wasn't even there all along. So social media, when Nigerians say they want to regulate it, we might need to start looking at that closely, because, you know, Nigerians, they take everything. Nigerians, we take everything to the next level, potentially to self-destruct ourselves. But anyway, so Nathaniel Bassey is the guy with the baby in the middle, holding the baby. Chinwo is, I think you might call them, they're colleagues in the industry. They're gospel artists, right? The gentleman in green is Chinwo's husband. They just had a baby. So Mercy Chinwo and her husband, the one in green, his name is Reverend Blessed, something like that. Reverend Pastor Blessed, something like that. They just had a baby. They got married in the last 2 years or so, you know. So, and you can see that a bunch of people, hungry people, have taken the story and turned it to something else. All right, so after this whole thing started going viral, there was a report 1 week ago. Nathaniel Bassey petitions IGP, wants 4 social media users prosecuted. Leading gospel minister Nathaniel Bassey is the convener of hashtag Olowogboro some few years back, when he went completely viral everywhere with his night vigil, his ministration on the internet, all that kind of stuff. So he's very popular. He's widely known around the world. Nathaniel Bassey has petitioned the Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun to investigate and prosecute some individuals who falsely accused him of being the father of Mercy Chinwo's child. Okay. The lawyers of the ace trumpeter submitted the petition on April 1st, 2024, alleging criminal defamation and cyberstalking against Bassey by 4 social media users identified as Okoronkwo Ejike, Kingsley Ibe, Terrence Eckert, and DJ Spoilt Kid. The 4 social media users had last week alleged on Twitter, X platform, that the newly born son of another singer, Mercy Chinwo, has a resemblance with Bassey, and thus concluded that he fathered the baby. All right. See here. Bassey's lawyers emphasized the gravity of the insinuation, stating that such false accusations not only harm his reputation, but also have broader consequences on personal, professional fronts. Nathaniel Bassey is a well-celebrated music minister with a thriving ministry, and he is married to Sarah, his wife, whom he noted he encountered her at a ministry trip at Eket, Akwa Ibom State. The petition from Nathaniel Bassey's lawyers reads, "Our client is a gospel music minister whose songs and ministrations have impacted lives of so many from different walks of life across the globe." On Friday, so anyway, he filed a petition. I'm not going to read all of that, right? All right, so later on, This was on April 9th, almost 8 days later or so. There's another report as published on Guardian. Okay, that first one is published on leadership.ng, right? So another report says social media users, I'm not sure if it's the same guy, but I know one of the guys on the screen, the one right under my shoulder there in that picture, is one of the ones that was me to apologize. But the other one on the right is actually known for trolling. It was the one that AY filed some paperwork against when he alleged that AY had been sleeping with Mayul Edochie. Okay, so remember, you might have small worry when we're trying to rub minds together and just continue to prove that all of us have small worry inside of us. Let me just say that. Okay, you might say I don't have worry. Okay, good for you, but all of us have a little small worry somewhere. I don't know if there's a better word to use, but if you don't check your worries, meaning engage your self-improvement, always engage in self-improvement, somebody else is going to take your worry to the next level and you might not like it, and then you will come here and be acting all holy like you are innocent. The universe will not accept that from you, just so you know. All right, so on Pulse NG on April 4th, a few days later, there's an article here that says court summons 5 people who said Nathaniel Bassey fathered Mercy Chinwo. The 5 persons are to appear before the court on April 23rd for alleging that popular gospel singer Nathaniel Bassey fathered Mercy's son. Okay, I mean, this baby is so little. I don't know how you can know who they look like. You know, honestly, I know we tend to say, "Ah, baby look like somebody," that it's mostly cap. You know, it's because you are confirming your own bias. The person has their baby in their hands. Oh, it looks like you. It's nonsense. And second of all, you know this baby's changes look over time, right? So imagine when people are so stupid and they take that to the level where they are accusing another person of fathering a colleague's. So I can understand how that feels, right? An Abuja magistrate court sitting in Wuse zone, Wuse, right? Wuse or Wuse, I don't know how to pronounce it. Zone 6 has issued criminal summons on 5 persons. Those same names I mentioned earlier. So they did eventually invite them to court. And then 5 days later, social media users, according to Guardian here, they're apologizing to Nathaniel Bassey over paternity claim. A social media user identified as Kingsley eBay has tendered an apology to gospel singer Nathaniel Bassey and Mercy Chinwo over his damaging remarks. eBay is one of the 4 suspects petitioned to the IGP last week by gospel singer Nathaniel Bassey for their derogatory remarks about him and Mercy Chinwo. In a video posted online by Channels Television, eBay tendered his apology. All right, so what is his name again? Let me see if I can find out really quickly. Or real quick. My uncle corrected me the other day. Real quick. Kingsley Ibewere. Kingsley Ibewere. Channel. So please, whenever I'm telling you, like, all of us have small coconut head here and there. We tell, hey, check that. If a couple of people are telling you that, hey, that's a coconut head there, that behavior right there is controlling behavior. When a couple of people are telling you, don't get stuck with your righteousness. It's probably a good time for you to check and make sure that you're not being received badly by other people. Okay, let me see. Channels TV. Oh, I can't find it. All right, I can't find that video. Let me see. Okay, let's not worry too much about that. All right, so okay, so eBay is one of the 4 suspects. This is what he said. Let me just read his statement to you. All right, now you tell me if you would accept this kind of apology or not. He said, my name is Kingsley eBay, and in this video I am going to address something very important. This video is made from the bottom of my heart. I was not pressured or forced by anyone, eBay said. I made a reckless comment concerning Pastor Nathaniel Bassey, in which I am very sorry. It was a reckless comment. I extend my sincere apology to you for the comment I made and to your family as well. I know the damage it has caused, and I take responsibility. I am deeply sorry from the bottom of my heart. I am sorry for the followers. I did not make my comment with the intent to cause harm or evil. I am deeply deeply sorry. I made the comment so I can make TikTok money. No, I just added that. But these mad people, they have no sense of integrity. So because of money, they will do anything. Okay, and don't tell me because you're in Nigeria. The reality is that yes, Nigeria environment can enable this type of bad behavior, but ultimately you are responsible for your bad behavior. To Minister Mercy Chinwo, I know I did not deserve your mercy, but I am deeply sorry and I ask you to forgive me. I am also sorry to your husband, Pastor Blessed. To the child, I know you do not deserve such controversy, which may have future implications. I am truly sorry. I am deeply sorry. From now till when you come of age, please accept my apology. To the followers of Pastor and Minister Mercy Chinwo and Pastor Blessed and the ministry, I am deeply sorry. I take full responsibility for the... All right. So the reason why I'm covering this story, the main reason is in my topic. Okay. The main reason why I am covering this topic is actually inside of my topic. But before I get into that, let me see some of the comments that is being made here. Auntie B, how are you, ma? Shawa. Toby and Try says, this is terrible. He also looks like Baba Sue. Abi, is Baba Sue your father? Should we also ask his parents to do a DNA test? So many people in Nigeria look alike and they are not even related by blood. Here's how I know that. Whenever I see people from the eastern side of Africa, I swear, they all look alike to me. I'm like, are all those people born of the same mother? You know why they all look alike? Because I'm not really familiar with that part of the world. They have like similar looks, right? And some people even say that's inappropriate to say that because that, you know, like you need to pay attention to individuals. But I'm just being honest with you in that regard, right? Maybe I shouldn't say that out look too. I want to understand why it's offensive. But the point is that people that come from a certain geographical area, they tend to all look alike to me. Once I start spending enough time around them, then I start to identify all the differences. So that's how delusional our brain is when it comes to these things, you know. So apology will not be accepted for defamation of character. That will move somebody must collect. I agree, but auntie. All right, so I want to look at some of these comments. Somebody say, now those of una wey give Very Dark Man platform cause all of this nonsense. Lobaton, Very Dark Man just collect a stray bullet for no reason. I don't know. Did he even know the trauma he caused the family? Somebody said you go explain tire when them carry you go they laugh here like that. Now that girl that was also defaming Eniola Badmus, I think she has been sentenced now, you know. So maybe some of these scapegoats are necessary. Now, here's the part that I really want to extract out of this. The obsession in recent times with of the modern man with DNA tests. You know, I understand. I'm going to end it here. I understand that. By the way, please everybody go and support Natsu. Let me make sure I shine some. All right, please go and support Natsu. Go and check out what she's offering on her Instagram page because she sponsored this show today. Let me say this. There's an obsession going on with the DNA testing. That's why I said modern men DNA test and losing 5, 6, and 7. DNA test is not. I know everybody's fantasizing about that. They're dragging the whole Mohbad story. Mohbad's father bought into the nonsense. Oh, that's what the person meant by Very Dark Man. Okay. Bought into the nonsense. DNA test must be done. This, that, and stuff like that. You know. DNA test is not the end-all be-all solution for your relationship problems. Okay. If you have doubts, the only that is a problem. You're right, but it can solve the doubt. Okay, if you have doubts about the paternity of your children, it can solve for the doubts that you have about the paternity of your children. But I'm starting to notice a lot of people projecting their doubts all around, right? And that obsession is going to make you continue to lose. Now, I don't want to shame you to not doing DNA test if you have doubt. I can't anyway, okay? Because you will not have peace of mind. You will not have rest. Go and do your DNA test, jejely, okay? Go go and do it. But please don't come back with the expectations that the person you ask DNA test should now be understanding and trust you. They cannot trust you ever again. If this is your own personal insecurities or your own personal doubt, okay, and you have questions around the paternity of your children, please, by all means, go and do what you have to do. But manage your expectations, because if you find out that they are not your children, obviously everything is bafuka, and then you're justified. Maybe that's the reason why you have the doubts. Maybe you've always felt that something is off, right? Then that's justified. If you come back and you're justified, because even women, there are women on the internet now roaming around the internet saying, yeah, just do DNA test. They are encouraging. There's the other ladies on what you may call it, okay, on I forgot the name of the podcast. They're also encouraging, like, they will just do the DNA test and then they will now come and sue the whole world. I'm like, that sounds stupid. You can't sue the whole world. They're suggesting that Wumi Mobad should go and do DNA test, and then once the DNA comes out positive, I'll sue the whole world. No, that's your obsession with DNA testing. DNA testing is not your end-all be-all solution to anything. It solves for one thing. It tells you if you're the father or not, and even at that, they will ask you to they will tell you to do it a second time just to confirm that, right? Because science is not perfect either, right? But that's your personal relationship problem with the idea that will continue to haunt you until you actually get down to the bottom of that and you figure it out, and then you solve for that emotional issues you're dealing with in your relationship. Okay, so that obsession, now you thought you're just being normal, you're just saying, there's nothing wrong, just do the DNA test. Oh, in fact, I think the whole world should be doing DNA tests at birth. Is it your father that will pay for all those tests? It's a lab test, it consumes resources. Is it your father that will pay for those tests? The government is not going to pay for it. I'll let you know that right now. That's luxury, okay? This is family matter too, right? And also there are people that have father-children relationship that is not necessarily based on biology, right? So that's not realistic. Okay, now let's say they do it again. That problem that you're dealing with will still remain, if not worse now, because you've done the DNA testing, it came out positive. Some people say, just swab the mouth of the baby without the mother knowing. Sure. Guess what? Your problem is still not going to go away, because your doubt is coming from a very strong place, right? You will just know that biologically the children are yours, but you still have doubts about the authenticity of your relationship, so it's still not going to go away. So what's the point I'm making here? The point I'm making here is that if you have this doubt, you have a problem. Okay, when I say you have a problem, I'm not saying it is your fault, but the reality is that there's a presence of a problem in your relationship. Okay, there's a presence of a problem in your relationship, and you need to get down to the bottom. And if that's the first step you want to take, do a DNA test, do it. But please don't think DNA testing that came out positive or negative will end your problem. No, it will not end your problem. It will get worse. Now, it just makes common sense. Just do it. You find out, right? It's a small worry inside of your head that's doing that. Now you found these people that want to make money. They've taken the worry to the next level for you, and we're going to find more of them. More people are going to use the DNA testing to cause problems in people's family. And this is the example you're looking at on the screen right now. What is this thing about, oh, the baby look like, you go and do DNA testing? Now, he tried to frame it so that he won't get in trouble. Just because you said maybe, if you listen to that video very well, he was trying to play a fast one. Let me play it.
Chinwo and Nathaniel Bassey is looking for me. I have 2 words for you. My brother, the way you take a comment on my post, say Mr. Chinwo they find for me. If not the same energy you put for your life, if you don't become a successful person, if not the same energy you take tackle your family problem, you for don't become a successful person. So who told you I've not seen the post? Why must you come on my comment section and tell me Mr. Chinwo and Nathaniel Bassey are looking for me? Did I say anything bad? Did I lay an allegation against them? Did I say that Nathaniel Bassey committed adultery? Did I say that Mr. Chinwo committed adultery? Oga, before you come.
So this is him still thinking that technicality is technicality. I never said they did anything. You will hear how he tried to use wordplay. Listen, it's not your wordplay. It's about the results and the effects you create that can get you in trouble. Okay, if enough people, if you are doing all the right things, if enough people complain that you are dangerous to society, you are going away, brother. Okay, somebody's going to put you away. That's why in the court system they're not just going by what is written in the paper. It has to be interpreted, and you have your representation, and the state or the person that's suing you will have their representation, because it's now subjected to interpretation, and the judge will make the final decision. And sometimes you find yourself going to jail, and you might think it's not fair. Well, somebody already said here, men that talks too much, they get themselves in trouble. Precisely.
On my comment section, go and study your constitution and law. I never laid an allegation.
You heard that? Go and study your constitution and law, because this dumbass thinks that just because something is written that way, that's the end of it. This is what the law says. Do you know what the law says? No, you will end up in jail if you cause problem for people, especially if they are powerful. Nathaniel Bassey is a powerful figure in Nigeria. You will end up in jail for a long time. You want wordplay?
On Mercy Chinwo and tell Mercy Chinwo that she committed adultery or Nathaniel committed adultery. What I said was, let them do DNA.
Yeah, Marriott.
DNA is cheap. Every family could have been doing DNA once they're born. Let's tell ourselves the truth and let's call a spade a spade.
Okay.
Mercy Chinwo husband.
So this is what he said. Okay. Watch how he tried to do the wordplay, right? Now, keep in mind, he just said, let's call a spade a truth. He wants to be a truth teller. That's why I look at people that say, like, I just want to tell the truth. I always look sideways. I always. Okay. I'm always going to look at you sideways. Once you say, let's tell the truth, I'm like, you're about to manipulate me. Let's call a spade, okay? The spade is that if you hurt other people, if there's enough case behind you or enough power behind you, you're going to go away. Okay, let's look at the truth he was telling. Okay, and he was trying to do wordplay. Mercy Chinwo husband is calling out Pastor Blessed.
Go and do DNA on that your son.
Go and do DNA on that your son. As in, like, no, I didn't say anything happened. He's trying to do wordplay. I didn't say anything happened, but go and do DNA on that your son. Right? This is a person that's trying to incite. He knew exactly what he was doing. And he was intentionally trying to hurt other people. But he thought he was going to do wordplay, word for word, according to the law, and get away with it. This is how stupid and lame it gets when you think in terms of 1 and 0 and black and white. There are always nuances, and you get yourself in trouble if you continue to discount some of these nuances.
Before it becomes too late.
Before it becomes too late. Now we have prophets talk exactly like this. You have small worry, they can take your worry to the next level. Okay, they will say it in a way they will cajole it so that you don't catch. If you catch them at all, you just catch them like this. They say, I never said what you said. I just said you should pray. That's it. Like, they also do that. It's called manipulation. Let's keep going.
Mercy Chinwo husband, you guys should pass this message across to you. Go and do that your son DNA.
Mercy Chinwo husband, go and do that your son DNA. Even if you know that this is your son, that kind of tampers with the man the wrong way. The possibility of that ever happening, it's like, are you mad? Right? And especially somebody who is powerful. I think Mercy Chinwo's husband is also a powerful figure in Lagos. I don't think they're going to get away with this. Not because, word for word, he did anything wrong in the law, right? Since he didn't say it happened. He just said go and do DNA tests. But it doesn't count. It doesn't count. You're not wiser than the people who put, you have to have your own representations, and there's a judge that still has to make the final decision. You're not wiser than those people. Because if it was that simple, they would just put the law and say, this is what the law says, you're going to jail. They don't do that. That's not how it works, you know. But let me keep going here.
Before it becomes late, I don't want to hear judgment of justice for this person or this person. Like you'll be fathering somebody's child. Go and do DNA test. I don't know what Nathaniel Bassey's face is doing on your son's face. That your son no resemble you.
So all he said is that your son no resemble you. That's all he said. Did he say anything wrong yet? No, not the words. But is he intentionally trying to hurt another person? Yes. If you get away with it one time, you're not going to get away with it all the time. Well, I didn't say anything wrong. Did I really say anything wrong? You know, that behavior.
You know, resemble Mercy Chinwo. What it concerns all of song with Nathaniel Bassey. You guys will see the pictures of this guy on this video. Or go and search for the picture. You see that this boy does not even resemble Nathaniel Mercy Chinwo's band. If you don't do DNA now, you will end up training another man's child.
If you don't do DNA now, you will end up training another man's child. Another fear that comes to a lot of men today. I will never train another man's child. It's like if that happens, that's the end of the world. See that thing? You're right. You won't train another man's child. But that issue where they worry your head will affect you in other areas of life. And the sad thing is that you won't be able to pinpoint it. Why am I sounding like this guy right now? Don't worry, I will continue to draw and connect the lines as we go on this platform. That's what we're here for. We're not tired. I will end this one in 9 minutes or less. But we're not tired, okay? We'll continue to spell it out for you. Maybe, yeah, we'll continue to spell it out for you.
This world. I'm passing this message across to Mercy Chinwo, the gospel artist. I'm passing this message to her husband and him and herself. I want you guys to share this video so Mercy Chinwo husband will see this video. Now there's some. I
want you guys to share this video. So anyway, so you're going to see more and more crazy people like this. Just so you know, please don't be surprised when you start to see. You say, "Hey, Ola said it." You're gonna see more and more, and a lot of times it's normal people that kind of encourage this kind of bad behavior. They, you know, some things look a certain way on paper. Hey, there's nothing wrong. Have me go and do DNA test. They said the courts need to order it. No. Let me just pretend I didn't hear that. Oh, I didn't actually hear it. She should just do DNA. Like, God help me. Let me leave this topic alone for now. Anyway, Brother Ben says some people shouldn't tell the truth. It's okay. All of us, let me tell you, Brother Ben, all of us, every single one of us, we're liars.
Abba, you lie. Sabi lie.
All of us are liars. Okay, that's why there's jury at. Well, I don't know what part of the world you're in, but here there's a jury in any major criminal case because they want to collect consensus. And sometimes, unfortunately, some people end up in jail for what they didn't even do because the evidence align way too much against them and the limitations of the law, which is why they create amendment from time to time. Unfortunately, they were a victim of that. That truth thing is a lie. Most people are speaking from their own lens, which is their own version of the truth. So abuse of power is what we're talking about now. Now, real war, yes, possibly, yes. But that's the reality. You know, remember what we cover here. We always also, I know this is the part that may not stick for a while. I always tackle these things from a power intelligence standpoint. All right, so if you know this, you can also mitigate. Yes, abuse of power is reality, if you want to call it that. You know, it is what it is, you know. But that power is not just when you have a Mercy Chinwo or a Nathaniel Bassey. Sometimes it's just because you have a 504, the other person has a B2, a Volkswagen. It's part of our lives. It's just reality. You feel like I better pass my neighbor, so you exercise a little bit extra on them. It's real. So it definitely plays abuse of power. You can call it that. They will use their influence to put these people in jail for a long time if they're not careful, and they deserve it. It is what it is. Who is not a victim of abuse of power? I don't think any of us is not. I think all of us are a victim of abuse of power at some level. You know, it's something we can't eliminate. That's why they should have washed their mouth in the first place. You know, this dude got in trouble literally months ago. Why won't he find other ways to entertain? Yep, he's gonna keep getting in trouble. Since I'm trying to message you but don't have your email or contacts, hit each other up on the backstage. We do have a backstage. The backstage is at whatsapp.manofprestige.com. Join us over there. or you can send a message. If that doesn't work, just open this link, whatsapp.manofprestige.com, on any of your phone browsers. It will take you right into the group. If that doesn't work, you can send a message to WhatsApp message 732-305-8577. We'll get you inside. And if you need coaching, anything like that, please feel free to reach us at ask@manofprestige.com, or any type of inquiries, collaborations. You're a content creator, you want to collaborate, I'm open to that as long as it fits the schedule. I want to support other content creators as well. Okay, of course, our message has to somehow, has to be this similar audience, So yeah, that's all I have for you today. I want you to go ahead and have a fantastic weekend. I will go rest. Okay, I'll go and rest. Absolutely. My voice is let me go and take care of it, eat some food, relax, chill, maybe catch up on some stuff. The chill thing is a difficult thing for me, but I'll try my best. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you are notified whenever we go live. I'll be back in no time. Peace.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.